1, 2, 3, let's go.
Wednesday afternoon. Oh,
Connie's looking, and then after 30 seconds, the ref will do that. Come on the pitch. Now, what you're saying is that's going to be extended to a minute, unless the player had to go off because he was mentally injured as a result of a bookable foul. So it could be a yellow card if he's kicked up in the air or kicked him. The opposing player gets a booking, and this guy has to go off. Then it's not really his fault. He's had to go off. He's been kicked. Then that won't apply. He can be waved straight back on when he's ready to come back on. So yes, if it's a card-worthy foul, so if he's just fouled and it's not worthy of a yellow card, let alone a red one, then that won't. He can, if he has to go off, then he's got to wait a minute. And of course, the point is, it will stop players going down. Because once they go down, they've got to go off. Unless it's a goalkeeper, then it's a bit different. But they've got to go off, so they won't be inclined to stay down or go down in certain circumstances, because the ref will send them to the side for a minute. If there's not been a foul or a bookable foul, then they'll be off the game. And a minute can be quite a long time in a way for the team with 11 players and not 10 to sort of make inroads into their goal area and the goal. So it's all designed, I guess, to stop time wasting, to stop some of these sort of shenanigan things that go on, which actually don't put the game in a very good light. It looks wrong, and refs do their best, I think, to overcome that, but it's difficult. It's very difficult. So I think that's what it's about. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Now, well, I think you've covered it. Well, I'm just thinking out loud here. So, the player that is injured on the pitch gets stretched out or whatever, or limps off the field of play. Now he has to wait 1 minute to come back on. But would the play still be on when he's coming back on? So for instance, they're in the penalty box. There's a tussle there, and he just rejoins. That'll be normal, isn't it?
That happens now. As I say, it's a 30-second rule. They get waved back on when the game is in flow. Yeah, they don't have to wait. I mean, you could end up waiting 3 or 4 minutes, couldn't you, for the game to stop?
Yeah.
It's often the case with substitutes waiting on the side. It can take an age for the game to stop, and the manager's champing at the bit to get his players changed, substituted. So players can be waved back on during the course of play. No problem.
Okay. All right, that's just what I was. Now, there's an African country, Ghana, that is sacked their coach, and they've qualified for the World Cup. Bear in mind, they've qualified for the World Cup. Now
they're in our group. They're in our group, aren't they, with Croatia?
Of course they are. Yeah. And now they've sacked their manager, and that close to the tournament, because we've only got about two months in between, give or take. So April, May.
Well,
now they've sacked their coach. What are their chances looking like? Sacking a coach 2 months.
Well, you could take it either way, really. On balance, you might say, well, the new manager won't really know the players or the squad, or perhaps they will. Perhaps it's a well-known person to them. But I think every so often in any World Cup or any major competition of any sport, but something quite remarkable or dramatic happens, like Leicester winning the Premier League in 2016. What an incredible achievement. No one would have predicted that, let alone put money on it to happen, and so on, apart from the Leicester fans, and some who did made a fortune as a result. So you get these kind of romantic ideas of something dramatic happening, and you could see it becoming part of future football trivia. Which team won the...
say hello to old Mimi, Dr. Gladys and Rose, 3 beautiful ladies who join us on our shows. There's one other bro, sometimes joins us on the show.
The World Cup, having just changed their manager literally weeks before, and as I say, there's probably more, some sort of chance of that happening, for the reason that there's the big debate, isn't it? What difference does a manager make? What percentage is it down to him? What down to the players and all the rest of it? Managers clearly make a difference, and you get different abilities of managers. But if they're getting someone in, very often there is a managerial bump when a new manager gets some great results in the early games, and then it sort of settles down. So if Ghana were to get that from a guy who's gone in there, they're obviously going to choose somebody, the powers that be, who they think can motivate the team and do well. I don't think it will make much difference as to whether, when England play them, as to what the result would be. Previous manager, if anything, with a new manager, they might have more ideas, more bounce, more bump with a new guy there. So yeah, I don't think that's. I mean, it's put it in our position. If we suddenly heard Tuchel was being sacked and we were getting in someone else, I suppose it would depend who it was. But not sure it would make much difference to our performance at the end of the day. It's hard. It's all future. We can't really know what would happen. But yeah, I don't think Ghana are at a particular disadvantage by having a new manager.
No, but of course they'll have assistant manager, they'll have coaching team. I can easily,
absolutely.
Feel the manager. Feel the new manager, feel him in.
Yeah.
To the event. Now this one is in the distant future, not so distant. Match tickets for Euro 2028 to cost less than £30. UEFA have committed to affordable pricing. Does it make any difference? £30.
Limited to £30, did you say? Yeah, I mean that. Yeah, or under. Yeah. Is that across the board then? I mean, I haven't seen this one.
All right. So it says UK and Ireland Euro 2028. So.
Oh right, okay. So it's just then, yeah. Well, I think it will make a difference. I think too often nowadays fans are charged far too much for match tickets, both domestically and for European games and so on, and even for England games. So anything that contains those price rises to make it more accessible to the fans of Northern Ireland and England, when the Euros are there, I think is a good thing. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, well, I hope. Well, anything that can help to ease people's pockets, especially football fans.
Very much so.
Yeah, because there's quite a lot of tournaments to then be able to afford ticket prices for those. Now, I don't know if you've seen this. I'm betting you've seen it already. I'm only saying that because I don't have the name of the team. I read it, but I can't remember the name of the team. But anyway, Roy Hodgson has come back to. Oh yeah, good.
Let me tell you, Bristol City. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Bristol. Yeah. Roy Hodgson. I mean, on the last episode, we were talking about a possible return for Harry Redknapp.
I was wrong on that, wasn't I? I was right on saying Igor sadly will be sacked, but I was wrong in suggesting it might be Harry as an interim manager.
Well, the season hasn't started yet, so the new season hasn't started yet. You never know.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Football is a funny thing. Yeah. I mean, it sacked Sean. Is it Sean Allardyce? It's not Sean Allardyce.
Sam Allardyce.
No. Sam. Yeah, but Sean, that was for Nottingham.
Sean Dyche.
Yeah. I mean, he was sacked in less than 4 weeks, so you never know.
Yeah.
So was his predecessor. Yeah. So what do you make of Sam Allardyce?
Or Roy Hodgson? Do you mean going to Bristol City? You're only trying to confuse me, Kaz, aren't you? But now what I make of it? Well, Roy Hodgson, he's got a huge knowledge football-wise. He's a wise owl, really. He's been there, done it all, seen it all, and over his career of many years, he's had a lot of success. I mean, it's easy to knock him in some respects. He was our manager at Palace, I think, on two separate sessions in recent years, and he kept Palace in the Premier League, which really was his principal aim, I think, at the time. He did that. I think some of the football was more like we don't want to lose than we want to win, but he did a good job, and I think he had a lot of respect from us Palace fans. Now, I think I've read he's 78 or 79, which seems too old to do it, but then, you know, maybe that sort of age is now the old mid-60s or 60. I think people nowadays, you know, there's no kind of limitations. I'm sure if you go back a couple of generations, once people reach certain ages, they were kind of written off, oh, can't do this, can't do that. But today's lot, whether it's musicians like some of the Rolling Stones, McCartney, Clapton, a lot of these guys are still doing it. They're still out there touring in their 80s. I mean, Ringo, I think this year he'll be 86. And I actually was reading about a Palace fan the other day. I was reading something he'd said or written. Bill Wyman, he's always been a Palace fan apparently, and I think he's now 90. He was the bass player with the Rolling Stones, wasn't he? Until 1991. So he was there for about 30 years, and then he left and formed his own band. But he's still around, and he was writing a big article about Palace, and he looks anything but his 90 years. It's quite remarkable. But anyway, so people can go on, and I wish Roy Hodgson very well in his few weeks at Bristol City.
Yeah, I actually like Rosa. This is all we've got time for on the football referee. So I've been Emmy Hikins, and he calls me Cos.
And I'm Trevor Gear, and he calls me Bruv.
It's a goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me too.
Say hello to old Mimi, Dr. Gladys and Rose, three beautiful ladies who join us on our shows. There's one other bro, sometimes joins us on the show.